Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soul Surfing Sunday. Are you taking it easy like Sunday morning? I hope so, because I am. I've just been puddling around doing some things. I decided today I'm going to take off and just do what I want to do. Hey, that's what life's all about, isn't it? Got some great cards that come out for the collective, and I had to get on. I was like, oh my gosh, life is going so fast. I don't know how you guys are doing, but it's like being on that roller coaster ride, going up and you're contemplating about things, and then all of a sudden you're going down fast, and you're like, what the hell just happened? Oh, we're always looking at time, time, time. Why are we living in time? TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Because time is made to think that you don't have enough hours in the day to do what you need to do. And you keep saying that and saying that and saying that. And guess what? You just became indoctrinated by something you were thinking. It's called spelling, because there's a reason when you put out and keep going and going, you get trained. So that is the indoctrination that we don't want. We want to shift it in reverse and go back and think about what we're doing. And today on a Sunday, it's just that. It's a day to reflect, to think about things and to meditate. If you want to say pray and pray, whatever. Oops. Whatever brings you joy and happiness. That's all that really matters. So let's get going on this reading. The reading is pretty good. Today is 5/4/2025, which is an 18, which is a 9. And 9 basically goes into itself. So what it's telling us is we need to go into ourselves and we need to look back at the week and be in the now space. After you look back on the week and you release a bunch of junk and you think about a bunch of junk, then we want to release it. And then we start a beautiful week of Magical Mondays and Freedom Fridays. And we start to look that life is better than what we make it. So let's get into this. I love those new decks I got, and I had some really amazing cards to come out. So we have a very beautiful collective message today, a few warnings, but mostly beautiful. I did the Soul Helper Oracle. If you've never been into my channel before, welcome. I'm Fawny D, and I'm a channeler. We are all channelers if we learn how to channel. Uh, it's really not kind of psychic. I'm more of a dreamer, and my dreams come true. I'm more of a dreamer to see in the future, like an astro travel. I don't question it. I just go with the flow. And when I'm shuffling the cards and shuffling the cards, and one pops out, that's the one that needs to be seen. And that's how I do mine. However, anybody else does theirs, it is completely perfect because we are all different. We have that one little magic spark that no one else has. And you won't find it in anyone else because that beautiful spark is your soul. And we look at our avatar like it's a mistake, and we're just using the avatar. Our soul is amazingly beautiful. It's more beautiful than what we could ever think imaginable. So we got a number 2, follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. That is an amazing card. As you see, this stag is surrounded by snow, cold, and it has so much energy that it melted the snow around it. And all of the creators, beautiful humans and animals and everything, all had a reason. They were all meant to be. Now is the time to follow the path of your soul. Do not let negative vibrations in the outside world distract you. All your spiritual helpers will now receive very powerful support from the divine source of all being in order to better guide you with speed and purpose toward happiness and fulfillment. Place the stag, a subtle fellow traveler, at the head of all your energetic companions and follow it. The whole universe supports you and sends you the divine light of clarity. and an unwavering determination. Do not squander this great moment being gifted to you. Open all your senses and chakras and allow everything that is now flowing to you to flow through you. I think that's pretty much what I just said. We've got a lot of remembrance, mystery school, earth school, and a lot of things flowing through ourselves. So we've got to kind of decipher and figure out how we can accept the flow to just flow and follow the knowledge that comes to us. I think that would be the best bet. You are at a threshold of a path that takes you to higher dimensions and expanding consciousness. Make use of every opportunity that now presents itself to follow the path of your soul and mastery. For you, this means never passing judgment again. From this moment on, be glad and grateful and prepare yourself with meditation and by following a light diet. Keep the stag beside you at all times. Observe it. It will bring you wise advice and may guide you to a worldly or spiritual teacher. Both are good. It is now more important than ever not to let anything throw you off balance, off your center. Balance and centering is a very big thing, and Libras should know about that. They're the balance beam, and when a Libra is out of balance, it's not good. Not good at all. They need to stay in the flow of being balanced. And your helpers for the next 21 days is the power animals, the stag. The herbal essence oil is rosemary. The healing crystal is ruby, and the number is 2. Let's see what the 2 has to offer. Number 2 reveals that you are not alone with the issue on the card that you have drawn. Look for support from someone who will work through the issues with you, such as a friend or a teacher in the outside world. A harmonious environment and good advice from a wise heart are more critical than ever for you now. Ensure that all forms of communication are calm and peaceful, even with yourself. Number 2 teaches that you need an opposite another person in order to help you to become self-aware and to grow. Its energy field promotes self-awareness, groundedness, stability, and reflection. That's what I'm saying. We need to use a day of the week for reflection. It's just a day that you can take it easy, wake up, drink some coffee, maybe get online and do a little bit of informational, or just stay in your own power. Stay in your own beautiful dimension that you've created, because that's what matters. Okay, now that to me was a great message. You know, a channeler, a card reader, any of that, they go by the feeling, the energy. Yes, I read from the book, but it's a different perception. And I think we need to listen to as many different perceptions as possible. The stag is telling us to follow our soul path. We know, we remember we're bringing things and stirring things up. And I noticed, I think it was a year or 2 ago, when I started mentioning leveling up now, and not that I did it, but all of a sudden everybody's leveling up. They're getting it. They're getting that it's wisdom, it's the unknown, it's mystery school, it's earth school, it's all of them. It's all of them in a tiny, beautiful little package that we have to go on a quest and adventure, journey, and figure out. And that's why we're here. That's why I'm here on this day, a beautiful day, in my soul surfing Sunday, to be with my family a little bit, give you guys some guidance, and that's what we're doing right now. So we are going to use a couple more before we go into the actual reading. I always use some books to guide us on other thoughts other than the reading and something that might critique and help us. We got in the Messenger Oracle, Seek Your Answers Within. I love this. You know, a bear is such, it looks like a big cuddle bug, but yet they're ferocious. And yet they hibernate and sleep when they need to. They're very aware of their soul. their creator. Even though it's an animal and it doesn't talk the way we talk, it also acts the way it needs to act. With the eye and a heart looking at everything, and the third eye, if you find yourself confused, your intuition and inner voice drowned out by the answers, wisdom and advice of others, then it is time for you to step away, withdraw to a place of solitude. Like the bear, it is time for you to hibernate, to go within and seek the void, and to embrace the silence that dwells within. Within that silence are the answers to your questions. And because they are answers born of your truths, they will be answers that move you forward instead of holding you back. I love that because I was just talking to my husband today. People tend to get in a cranky mood about some things they're seeing in the outside world, and they just can't get over it. They just get so excited. I'm the same way. You just get so excited, adrenaline rushing when they're doing stupid, non-common sense things. And that's a big thing about me. Common sense left the building a long time ago. I don't know where the hell it went. I don't know if it was supposed to be like this, but it's that's all I'm gonna say. I'd work on yourself a little bit. And I always tell my husband when he tries to pull something on me, like something's not good, I said, you know what? Go, I got a mirror. Go look at yourself and work on yourself because you can't let people work on you. I mean, you have to work the way you do it. I could tell somebody the way I did it and they don't think that way. So it's okay because we're not alike. Okay, now we got the magic spirit oracle was dying to come out, and it's a 38, and that's an 11, and that's a power number. Honoring the flow of all the emotions, alchemy, processing, sensitivity. That's what I just said about this day. Take this day, a Sunday, a magical Monday, whatever day you're off, Freedom Friday, and take the day and give it to yourself. Give yourself time to go through the past, and what you've released is beautiful and what you're looking at is beautiful, and pick the beauty out of it. If you need to cry, cry. It's okay. It's okay to let the emotions out, but sometimes we have to let them out. A lot of my meditation is releasing emotions. It's releasing things that no longer serve me, and some of it never served me, and I just held on to it like a wet blanket. But that's what we do best. My emotions are honored, processed, and healing. Emotion, energy in motion. Emotions must be allowed to express, flow, and transmute, not be negligent, overflowing, or left stagnant. Navigating emotions can be tricky, but above all else, they must be honored. They must be processed. They must be respected. This doesn't mean that we give into the whims of every emotion we feel. We still have a responsibility to use our better judgment. When deciphering them, yeah, for instance, emotion feels while the intuition knows. Get curious about them. Where is it coming from? Why am I feeling this? How can I better move through it? If you are sensitive, you must protect yourself from getting lost in the chaos of emotions. It can be too much. Sometimes they can send us spiraling into deep despair or joyful naiveness. We must find the balance of body, mind, and soul. We must learn emotional intelligence. This is why writing can be beneficial in making sense of our emotions. Words are spells. Writing can help us organize both our thoughts and our emotions. Soothe ourselves back into balance, understand and release them along with the tears. and help us figure out how we can best move through them and decide the right action to take. Pulling the emotions card tells you there is a flow that needs to happen. Something internal is affecting out external world and is calling to be processed uh, so we can live our fullest and most enriched life. What action can you take to transmute it? Yay. This is a manifest enhancer, and I hope that you all are manifesting things that you want in your life, not things to create clutter. We don't want to keep buying and buying and buying, and it just creates clutter, and then your mind gets cluttered. Be careful with that situation. There's a lot of depression buyers, excited buyers. Everybody wants something. Just take a day and not want anything. Just happiness, solitude, beautiful flow in your world. What's wrong with that? Through the power of spell casting or writing, find out what action will be best served you in the alchemists of your emotion. Light a candle, grab a journal, and ask spirit for guidance. This could simply be a release, crying, screaming into a pillow, opening up to a loved one. It could be doing something physical, exercise, dance, yoga, or something expressive, writing, creating, singing, whatever art modality you use. Also, this is a process, not a one-time thing, so it could be a regular activity you may benefit from. Finally, your emotions should be addressed on an individual level. Different emotions may need different actions. Yes, we've got to remember that our different emotions are for different things, and we are guided by a lot of that. Now, okay, I'm gonna keep these at the end, and we are going to go into the some of the new cards I got. Okay, before we go into that, I got some beautiful, beautiful cards. We got a 21, your own path. I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. To me, that looks like the crone. She is busting out some beautiful energy. She is showing the energy out. She's grasping it and hanging on to it because she's got the energy flow right now to make things amazing and beautiful in your life. And that's what the crone does. And 3 is a divine message. And, I think every message we all get is a divine message. Now, I got this other one. This is the Mystic Forest Oracle. It was one. This is the back. Oh, and this is my new other one. I can't even remember the name of it. Oh well. Authenticity attracts. Being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. When you stay true, you naturally filter out those who don't align with your path. And this path is lit up. Are you aligned? There's your neighborhood. Is your home feel like peace? There's something to think about. Authenticity attracts it. So if you're authentic to the creator, from within, then you're perfectly where you need to be. If you're not, work on it a little bit. You got to be authentic. You are authentic. I mean, somebody could think similar things, but they're going to be different. And because you know what? We're one of a kind. Oh, I love that. I love this one. From the moment you emerged into this world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. Oh my goodness. Look at that pure, beautiful, perfect little soul that came in the prettiest little package. with so much energy and beauty around. That's how we felt coming into this world. And it just, I wish we could feel like that all the time. I wish we wouldn't have got so unpure with our actions, because that is what we did. And this tops it off. This is still the Mystic Oracle. Shine bright. It's never a mistake to give off yourself. Some will take it for granted, others may take advantage of it. Do not allow bad energies to overpower your light. And the light is coming through the trees, and the trees are basically bringing in the warm energy into the ground, into the earth, into Mother Earth. And this is where we need to be sometimes. When I'm done with this, it kind of looks like rain today. We had a little bit of storming last night. But I'm going to go out and feed the birds and wander around. We got some flowers yesterday and get out, because we live in a camper. So you've got to get out and get around and go find things to get into. And that's what we usually do. So I should think everybody should do it. Even, you know what? It started raining the other night and I just walked in it. People were running. I just walked. I thought it felt beautiful. I'm a little wet. I'm going home. What's the difference? There is no difference. Okay, now we are going to go to the tarot reading, and this is a collective reading for everyone. It's oracles, mostly oracles. I have a couple tarots, but I like the oracles better. I like a picture, I like a story. And because our life is a story. And have you been working on your story? 370 days, and uh, we could write a story. That'd be great. Okay, now I hope everyone's got their beautiful incense burning. I have coconut water over there burning. I also start out, I do sage, white sage. It clears the energy. I advise you to open your windows and burn some white sage and clean out your energies in your home after a nice winter or being in a lot and stuff. And I have incense all the time. I start to withdraw without incense. My husband says, it's so funny. He says one day, he says, my toast tastes like incense. Okay. So that I laugh. We laugh about it. It's fun. Okay, now we are going to go into this. And Moonlight came out at number 51, which is a 6. And we know the moon is illusions. Moon beckons. Moonlight, your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch, a tingling, a clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. We all have these little signs, these little voices going, don't do it, don't go there. Don't turn right, turn left. And sometimes we need to listen to them, because, she's got the hourglass right here. She's got an hourglass, and she's got the owl up here, and that's wisdom. But she is like looking at the moon and hiding herself, because she needs to open up. That to me is like I've got too much illusion going on around me, and I can't handle that. So I have to just think of something in my mind. Well, no, you need to release that. Release that it's illusion and bring yourself back into balance. Now, with that card, I did a little different today, because I don't know. Source just pushes me to do different things, so I do. Now, we also got the Dreams of Gaia, which is one of my beautiful favorite, with the Enchanted Mac Oracle, which is a beautiful. And then we're going to top it off with Wild Reflection Tarot. So that'll be the clarifier for the cards. So let's get into this. Now, we got the Three of Fire, which is interesting. But the Three of Fire, this little guy is upside down. He came in reverse, and there's some blockages going on, which we already talked about a few blockages. You know, you look at him and he's got his hobo bag, his crystals, his little medicine bag, and you know, he's heading out. He's looking at you going, "See you, bye. I'm going somewhere," but then he gets dropped on his head halfway through. And he's got to observe things. This is necessary sacrifices. Experiment, practice, and refine. Avoid copying those who inspire. Step out into the great unknown and trust. Put your objectives first. Avoid cutting corners. Pay attention to detail. Have you lost your direction? When the Three of Fire appears reversed in your reading, it represents a need to look closely at what you are doing. Watch where you are going. Do not allow yourself to fall or trip or become lost because you are not paying attention. Remember your objectives and goals. Do not lose sight of them. Is there something you might be missing because you have not paid close attention? Are you cutting corners that may ultimately cost you more than they have saved you because they might destroy a good reputation? Think back to your original plans and what you hope to achieve. Are you living true to your vision, or have you lost your way? Take a moment to pause and get your bearings so you can move forward with confidence. Yes, that's what we've been talking about. Actually, it's been the energy that stops us and makes us look and guesstimate and question ourselves. Don't question. If it is beautiful, okay, in every way, then just go with it. If it's not, common sense is to not go with it. So the little buddy see you by looks like he's heading his adventure and journey just like us, looking into what's going on. But then all of a sudden, like us, something comes up and puts us upside down. Huh. What are we letting put upside down? Got some blockages you need to work on? I think so. But now let's go over with the clarifier. We've got a 3, divine message, a 6. We've got illusion and things stopping you. And remember, the illusion could be the trickery too. And in the clarifier, we got a number 1, and we got the magician. Why does that not surprise me? Willpower, desire, being resourceful, skill, ability, concentrate, manifestation. Magician represents pure willpower. Use the power of the element and the suits. He transforms the potential of the fool into reality through the power of his desire. Creating opportunities for love, being proactive in love, harnessing career opportunities, determination, and drive. Pursuing financial opportunities, making us of skills. When you get the magician in your reading, it might mean that it's time to tap into your full potential without hesitation. It might be in your new job, new business venture, a new love, or something else. Yeah, that is a perfect ending for this because it started out with illusion. It ended with a blockage, but it manifested something. So the blockage is us leveling up to see the blockage. We've seen it. So we called upon the magician and the butterflies and the spiritual part of our journey. I love that. I love that message. And I like all the cards. She's got her quartz crystal around her neck. She's got all the butterflies. Look at the energy coming out of her hand. And she is got her eyes closed, but I noticed there's a little hole right there for the third eye. Her intuition. Always remember your intuition, your common sense trigger. We all have it. We just don't use it as much. Okay, now we got a number 43. And I thought this was so interesting because a while back we did get the compass. And this card 43, which is a 7, is details, details, clarity. I'll let you look at this beautiful message. Clarity is right here in the book, magnified. There's the compass. And I'm not sure what that is. Oh, oh, okay. It's like a magnifying glass, and it's the one that's bringing out the clarity. Interesting. I love that card. That's great. Details, details. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. Ooh, I got to tell you something real quick before I forget. I watched some guy and they asked Siri some questions about spirituality, and it was really interesting. A lot of people think it's the flat Earth. It Some people still think it's the globe to use, not to use in education. And most of us realize any of the energies, we realize it's like a toroidal field. I call it like a donut. You've got the inner earth, and then you've got us, kind of the donut part of it. We're not really completely flat. But that's okay. You can like whatever you want to like. It doesn't, there's a lot of things that just don't matter to people. And we're never gonna, we're always gonna know that with the different dimensions that we are on different playing fields. Okay. Oh, and he also said that the firmament, this is what I want to say. It's not a glass dome above us. It is a frequency, that a code frequency that confines us here. So once we start to learn, really grasp Earth School and entwine Mystery School, we'll find out. We know. We'll remember. I would say, remember Peter Pan. Okay, this is the time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. Yeah, pretty much you can kind of look at a person as they're talking and know what they're up to. My mom said I wasn't a good liar because when I would tell her a fairy tale, I'd grin. So she always knew that I was bullshitting her, and she always called me on it. I'm my worst enemy when it comes to, I don't like to lie, but little mom, I did good. And don't show the card right away, and keep your grades down. And yeah, I was one of them because my grades weren't great. Okay, let us do it your way. Time to act. Beginning. We got Moon Goddess last reading. I got my readings, all my cards down, certain readings and dates, because you need to know that. Okay, now we've been getting this a lot. Coming to life. You know why? Because we are coming to life. We are coming to life. It's a 29, which is another 11. I mean, 1111. Go look at the angel card, or the meaning of 1111. It might have a meaning to you. And she is like, you can see that her one leg was the statue that she is morphing out of. She's been asleep for a very long time, and the butterfly come out of the cocoon, and the energy is melting all of it away and she will be free. Let me make sure she wasn't reversed. No. Okay. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skin and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know, things take time, and spirit timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desire. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Yeah, we have to show up. And if we're not ready, we don't show up. Okay, now with details, we got a seven of air. And I always tell people that this card, I love this card, actually. It looks like a shaman, but he also looks like he could be scary, a dagger around his neck, feathers in his hand. He looks like he's pale white. You can't see, and he's got a book in his hand. So to me, this is like a shaman. And seven of air is just it flows. It's not what we believe, but how we believe. Lift others up. Does what you believe make you kinder? Are you willing to lose another for your benefits? There are many ways, not just your way. Educate, don't indoctrinate. Seek a kind approach, moderate fundamentalist beliefs. See, we can't be telling people what to do because we really don't even know what to do half the time. Better figure ourselves out, and if it looks good, it'll flow through. The Seven of Air symbolizes the realm of spiritual belief, religion, practice, and personal dogma, and the influence they have upon how we perceive the world around us. Spiritual belief can make our lives feel complete, make us healthier, happier, kinder, and more compassionate people, and yet it can also be a place at odds with others and start wars, both global and personal. It can bring peace and healthy sense of well-being, or literally place you in harm's way and tear your world and your life in pieces. Spiritual belief in the form of religion has throughout the centuries been one of the root causes of almost all human conflict, and it is still one of the leading causes of bloodshed in our modern world. There are many who subscribe to the beliefs that embrace a spiritual path is different to following one of many organized religions. But consider this: whether you subscribe to a religion or have a more organic spiritual ideology, or even subscribe to atheism, all involve follow a personal dogma that can be orthodox and rigid, or expansive and accepting. To believe in religion, to embrace a spiritual path, or none at all, no different energetically than believing that one political party is better than another, or that a vegan diet is better than one that includes meat and animal products, or that your favorite sports team is the best sports team. All forms of belief can lead to peace and healthy sense of well-being, or the extreme and fundamentalist behavior. All paths can be born of independent knowledge and understanding, indoctrination, or a mix of both. Each choice, even the choices not to believe in the divine, requires that you believe in something, even if that something is that a belief in anything other than our physical reality is a symptom of a deranged mind. The Seven of Air reminds us that all personal dogma and spiritual dogma can give rise to an open mind or a closed one to varying degrees. Each path contains core beliefs that won't be changed or cannot be changed, because to do so would make them something other than the belief that are meant to be subscribed to. Therefore, it matters not what you believe in, but how you choose to live and express that belief. How does what you believe in spiritually level influence your thoughts, feelings, and actions? Does it make you kinder and more understanding of those who are different, or does it inspire you a feeling of supporty that you are right and that your way is the only way? Does your spirit path inspire you to lift people up and the only way? Does your spiritual path inspire? I think, when you lift people up and you brighten their day, or does you inspire to think less of others, pity them because their ignorance damns them to some imagined hell or purgatory? What are you willing to give up to lose because of how and what you believe in? What does your spiritual path, the personal dogma, bring into your life? The Seven of Air symbolizes an opportunity to look closely at your own personal spiritual beliefs and personal dogma, influence your thoughts and behavior, and to complete whether they serve to make you a better person or serve to make you more critical and rigid. That is a good card because we have a lot of people that are very critical, and sometimes we're critical, and we need to replace that feeling because that's not how we need to be. Okay, now we got with that, the clarifier, it was the Eight of Cups reversed. Stagnation, accepting less of avoidance, fear of change, staying in bad situations. Eight of Cups reversed card reveals that the current feels stuck in a situation, whether it be an unhappy relationship, job, or other areas. They are expecting a period of stagnation and are afraid to make a change out of the fear of the unknown. There's a lot of people like that. Even me at some point in time, I've said, yeah, I don't want to go there. But hey, you got to go with what your gut is telling you. This card reminds the current to reconnect with their intuition and strength. Although remaining in the same situation may feel like the safe choice, over time it will become more and more uncomfortable. The card encourages the current to take the leap. Yeah, we're all ready to take a leap. And that's just, what it is. Now on the 29 coming to life, we had 21 perception. Yeah, okay, that's what we wanted. And that's what it looked like on that one card. Where was that? Look at this. This is the one that is your own path. Follow your own unique path with courage and strength. And I said that that was like the crone. There's the crone. She's got her sword. She's got it could be a male too, but it looks like a female. And she's got her beautiful black wings. And actually it looks like a scary card, but it's not a scary card. The crone, it's a perception shapes. Most of this reading was our perception, and that makes it clear what our creator wants us to think about and look at. What are we doing about our perception? Like I said, you could have 10 people in a room, ask them the same question, and every single one of them, it'll be similar, but they'll all be different. So when you're contemplating something, get other people's perception on it, because it'll give you more of insight on what you're thinking about. Perception shapes your world, views, understanding of what senses tell you knowledge and understanding are limited. Change perception cannot be unchanged. Is your perception clouded? Take a high ground, seek a new perspective, challenge your perception. Who influences your perception? Do you have all the facts? Represent yourself honestly. Watch for false perceptions. Yeah. We all know this. And we all have to take off the mask and listen to everything. Okay, now we got the Four of Wands, and they're just beautiful. They're just partying. They got the perception, the coming to life, and learning different perceptions. And this wasn't reversed, which is great. Community, home, celebration, unions, parties, gatherings, subtly belonging. The Four of Wands represents joyful celebration, reunion, and relaxation. This card signifies that the current has reached an important milestone on a project or achieved a goal. This card is also about family, reunion, homecoming, and feeling satisfied and safe at home. The current may have recently returned from a trip or is finally ready to lay down roots. That is beautiful. It looks like the whole community just dancing and having a beautiful time because everybody is coming alive. And we're going to look at everybody's perception. And guess what? It's going to make us feel like we want to party because we're back together and we love each other. I think that is going to be a lot of the futuristic of what we're going to go into because um, it's the different dimensions. Are we going to see the people we lost in in this other dimension? Will we, will it rewrite itself? It's got to rewrite itself because that's where we are right now. We're rewriting things. And the Starseed Oracle really had a good message for us today. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have seen a place of great polarity and eventually unity. Some believe that many star seeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnated on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this conflict, can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when you don't open your heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our wounding, our own woundings, and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationship that we grow the most. How can you often soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Ask yourself this, write this down on a piece of paper and think about it. Which relationships do you find the most challenging? And how can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through conflict? That's great because that's what we've all been. Our mind kind of plays tricks with us because it's convincing us that we need to use our brain thought and what we learned on Earth School. And it says in the Bible like 700 and something times, "Thou shalt not fear." And I'll tell you, they put you in the scariest predicament that you could ever be in because if you blow a bubble and say a bad word, you're going to go to hell. Yeah, so that's not helping. And I told somebody the other day, I said, I don't believe in Satan because words are vibrations. And if you sit there and say, you believe in all this other stuff, you're going to convince yourself of things like that. So I would rather, deal with that in my spiritual journey, in my dark night of the soul times, than my everyday existence. Okay, we got the intuitive whisper oracle wand to come out. And it's a 7, wisdom of the solar plexus. Deep at your very core lies a great wisdom, your gut instinct. This area is the body's second brain. The more intuitively wise brain, it is the place to connect to when you are making life decisions. The area you should learn to trust above all else. If you've been feeling anxious lately, it is likely you have disconnected from your solar plexus, the area below your rib cage and above your belly button. Anxiety is a feeling of uncertainty in the wisdom of your solar plexus. Bring back on inner knowing. By choosing this card, you are reminded to trust your gut instinct to help you find answers to whatever you're struggling with. Is there a voice you've been listening to that is louder than your own? Now is your chance to shut out external voices and develop a stronger internal one. How to connect with the wisdom of your solar plexus. Lie down, place your hands above your belly button, and close your eyes. Breathe into your belly. Invite more softness in with each breath. Notice a wave of calmness sweeping through you. Say these words: I trust my inner voice above all else. What do you want to tell me? Question mark. Listen to what the body responds with. This is your solar plexus wisdom. I completely agree with that. That is, you get these feelings and then you let it flow through. And I've had some great feeling. I mean, it's some great feeling. Okay, we got one more in this intuitive whisper. And, I just think that it's a 10, it's a 28, it's a 10, it goes into a 1. It's give, gift yourself. Look at the crystals coming out. This is like so much energy in that treasure chest. What is the best gift you have ever received? What was it about that gift that made it so special? Maybe the gift made you feel loved, seen, and understood. We all love receiving gifts, but it can also feel joyful to give a thankful gift to someone else, spending time and effort thinking about what they would love. What if you could gift yourself with the same level of love and thoughtfulness? What do you desire in this moment? Here's your chance to give to yourself a gesture of self-love because you're worth it. How to gift yourself. Write yourself a gift list of things that would feel truly lovely to receive. A massage, a candle, some bath salts, a cinema trip, a change of scenery. Look through your list to discover what you desire most right now. It is an exercise in both receiving and imploring your desires and what your body is craving in this moment. Then go ahead and gift yourself. I like that because, we don't give ourselves enough gifts in this world. Everybody's just so serious all the time. And I get it. I'm serious sometimes too. Now we had You Are Magic Wishcraft Oracle, and it just wanted to come out. It just wanted to play with us a little bit. It got a number 20 and it's a 2. We've got a lot of 2s today. You might want to look up 2s for your angel number. Paper airplanes. I am free to make my wishes come true. Remember those little airplanes you used to make at school? Mine was bad. It didn't even fly right. Mine was always a little crooked, but you know what? It was fun anyway. Decorate a piece of paper with any drawing you like. Using symbols or more realistic artwork, fold the paper into a paper airplane. If you don't know how to do that, look on the internet or get an adult to help you. Find somewhere with a good breeze to launch your plane. As you throw the plane into the air, Element of air, lift my wish to the universe and make them come true. That would be fun to do with your kids or even your husband. I mean, I think we take for granted the idea that we're supposed to be spontaneous and loving and pure heart like a child. Now the golden future. Yeah, I'd really look up twos, guys. We've got a lot of twos today. Um, because we got community life. Embrace fifth dimensional society. This is what we're going into. Do you remember years ago when the grandmas used to sit out on the porch and none of the kids got harmed or taken or anything? They were all safe. Because grandmas and women and men were on the porches at night watching the neighborhood, making sure the babies came home and making sure somebody else's babies came home. Now we sit in a house. I'm guilty. We sit in air conditioners so you can't hear nothing. We don't go around anybody and we just stay in our own little domain, which is good for a while, but you just got to be careful that you don't become a hermit in your own world. This is beautiful. I mean, we got hummingbirds, we got a balloon, we got an eagle, we got birds. Reminds me of Survivor Night with the torch. That's beautiful. Hummingbirds in the sun on the snow-capped mountains with warmth. Ah, embrace fifth dimensional society. In the golden future, people will live in heart-centered communities where neighbors support and care for one another and everyone feels they belong and are welcome. Every group will be abundant and self-sufficient. Thanks to advanced technology, individuals will only choose to work if it brings soul satisfaction. So there will be time for constructive fulfillment, leisure pursuit, and active participation in sports. Frequent, joyful celebrations will keep the frequency high. Because they live in oneness, people will rejoice in the creative expression and pleasure of others. They will constantly reflect good qualities back to one another. For the first time in thousands of years, people will experience true happiness. They will express this in their daily lives, serving one another with goodwill and enjoy rich inner lives, full of self-worth, peace, serenity, and love. In the golden community, people will express their true selves and see the divine in one another. Ooh, I like that. Guidance. Your guidance is to be instrumental in bringing forward the consciousness, the higher ways of thinking for the glorious golden future. Lord Cephas Bey, who originates from Venus and in the keeper of the white ascension flame of Atlantis, will help you. As the master of the green fourth ray of nature, harmony and balance, he invites you to tune into his green essence and breathe it in. This will enable you to develop sincerity and inner peace, also good judgment, confidence, and self-discipline. Then spread these qualities and become a peacemaker, an artist, a musician, or a creator. People will have faith in you and trust you. Serapis Bey is also working with amethyst and violet rays of a new golden age of Aquarius. When you immerse yourself in his green light, as well as the amethyst and violet rays, you can access his teaching for our golden future, which are energetically hidden in the Great Pyramid. Yeah, they've been finding a lot of pyramids are coming to the surface because the truth is coming out. And you know what? It's going to be amazing. I just want everybody to feel some gratitude today. Go out and be you, but be grateful for things. Don't find everything to pick on. I could go down the road and find all kinds of stuff to pick on, but just bypass that. Like you didn't even see it and just go to the beauty of the flowers and the trees and the birds and the people that are happy. Those are the ones you want to stay with. most of the time because they're going to make you feel fluffy and warm. All right, everybody. I'm going to go out and enjoy my day. I got to feed the birds and get some water in the bird bath. Hummingbirds need fed. My laundry needs done, and I got to hang it out. So, yeah, I'm working on me. And today I'm working on me. And tomorrow I'm working on me. And I hope you're working on you. I did my manifestation thing and everything came true. So now I'm going to start a new manifestation booklet and I just write. And I don't try to manifest riches and stuff. I know we're going to get the Jubilee. I get that. It's not about the money with me. With me, it's about the soul, the person, the beautiful light of energy that's standing in front of me. Look, I got goosebumps. Wow, you can really see them too. That right there is the cosmic just beauty. The butterflies. I just felt the butterflies. And when you're talking about things, if you feel those little butterflies, you're on the right track. Uh, if you feel like your stomach's sour, you're on the wrong track. You need to go meditate and think about things. Your body will point out things that need attention. So maybe we should love our heart, love our eyes, love every bit of who we are. Work on something once a day by repeating it and repeating it, beautiful things. And then it will start to be in our world. I'll go into a store and then when I'm done, I'm like, you know what? Make your day as magical as you can. I hope every minute of your life is beautiful. Who wouldn't? Okay. Now, I love be careful out there right now because it's crazy. Don't get involved in anything. Stay home and do some meditation. Life is going to start to create itself in the Garden of Eden, and we are going to be part of it. So, I love everybody. And you know what? May every step in your journey be magical. And like I always say, just be you.